All right, welcome back, folks, once again to Marketing Basics for Beginners with Mr. Henry Vargas. So far, we've gone through several videos. You've got your domain, you've got your email address, you've got your lead magnet, and you just got done creating your landing page or your opt-in page. So you are rocking it, and I'm really excited because what's next is a very important piece of this puzzle, and it's your autoresponder. Your autoresponder is the place that's going to manage to where you're going to be able to build your email list and your database. Why is that so important? Because that email list is where your money is, okay? Your relationship that you build with that email list, your list of subscribers, right, is gold. That's what's the most valuable. Now, it's important to have your own email list. Why? Because then it's the way that you can have most control over your audience. And here's what I mean by that. If you're depending solely on Facebook or Facebook likes or followers or YouTube subscribers or Instagram followers, then you're very limited because you don't really control that database, right? So that's why if you have your own email list, you can communicate to them on your terms however often you'd like. So that's why it's so important to have the autoresponder. So let's go ahead, and I would recommend, there's a lot of different autoresponders, and I've tried a bunch of them. If your company provides you with one, you can use that one. But I would, if you're in direct sales or an affiliate marketing, here one that I would recommend is drip.com. And I would recommend drip.com for a lot of reasons. One, it's free for up to 100 subscribers, so you can start building your database. And with 100 subscribers, you should be be able to pull out at least one sale from those 100 subscribers, which would give you the money you would need to upgrade your subscription. But it's also, aside from being from that aspect, it's also very user friendly to use, very simple to use. You can say, hey, try Dip for free. I'm not going to go through the process of setting it up. Let me just go ahead and log in so that we can continue on with the autoresponder. All right, so now again, depending what autoresponder service provider you use, the steps are going to look a little different, but it's the same thing in all of them. So I'm just going to use Drip, like I said, because I really encourage you to use this one because it's really high quality, and you can use it for free to start. So it's really good. So the first thing you want to do is, assuming you've already completed your profile, because it pulls information from there, you're going to click on Campaigns, and we're going to click right over here where it says New Campaign. And keeping in mind that this is one that I'm doing for the marketing agency, so I'm going to make this True Love Works Marketing Agency. Oops. And then I'm going to put on here Mr. HV, just so that I can identify this as the campaign that is associated with that specific landing page. Then I click, or actually, you know what? I'm going to just do this True Love Works Marketing Agency. Click Create Campaign. Now, a really neat thing about drip.com, which is why I like it, is they have a few blueprints as far as email series that you can use. Now, we're going to keep it real simple, because we're not going to talk about building out an email series, but you should have at least 14 emails in an email series. But if you don't have to. If you're going to be mailing out on a weekly basis, or twice weekly basis, then you can just have your welcome email, and then from there build the rapport with the weekly emails that you send out. So we're going to click on create your first email, starting from scratch. And so before we go on to actually write the first email, the welcome email, what we're going to do is you have to activate the campaign. So right here where it says draft, you simply click on the down arrow and click on activate. It says it's going to give you this information. Activate without emails is fine. And so now this campaign is active. And now that it's active, it's important. I'm going to show you guys how to integrate now you need to do is create, before we even write the email, and before we get into the confirmation email, let's click on opt-in forms, because in order for the ClickFunnels to integrate with your Drip, you have to have the opt-in form created in Drip so that the ClickFunnels can identify it in its own platform. But before that, there's one more step that you need to do, and that's actually integrate your Drip account with your ClickFunnels. So when you log into your ClickFunnels account, you click over here on your over your profile, and you see where it says integrations. Click on that, And so what you'll do is you'll come over here where it says add new integration. And as you can see here, there will be a list of different service providers that they can integrate with: Facebook, Convert, Constant Contact, and here's Drip. As you can see, they have different categories. But for right now, let's just click on Drip because that's the one that we're using. And so it's going to draw up this section here, and you're going to need to put in the information so that it can integrate and they can work together. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll be right back. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and just show you real quick. So the integration nickname, I'm going to call this TLW Marketing Agency. And this nickname is something that just I'm going to see so I can know how to reference it when I see it. So TLW Marketing Agency is going to be the integration. Or actually, not even. We're going to just call this Drip. We're going to call this TLW Marketing Agency Drip. Oops, right? And then the login that I have for that is Henry, and of course the email address with which you signed up. Now this API token, for those of you who don't know how to find it, it's very simple. As you can see, need help setting up your integration. You can get that right there. But I'm going to show you guys now where to find it in Drip so that if you use Drip, you can find it very easily. And so what you do now, you come back to your dashboard and your Drip and you hover over here. You click and where it says user settings, click on that. And so once you're on this page, you're going to scroll down. And I'm not going to scroll down the whole way so I don't show my API key. But if you scroll down, you see it says down here API token. You want to copy and paste what's down there. Click it right in here where it says API token and then click add integration, and that's going to make it so that Drip and ClickFunnels can communicate with each other so that they can be used together in unison. Once you've submitted that information, the page will refresh and you can see down here it says Drip and the nickname that I gave it connected on this date. Now that we've integrated it, I want to show you real quick in the ClickFunnels section. Let's go back to our pages, right? We'll click on Browse Funnels so that we can go back to the page that we created. And I'm going to show you now that we integrated the Drip campaign, the Drip account. We're going to see how we're going to make sure that our opt-in page is connected to that. So now, once you're here ready to edit this, you click on Edit Page. And it's going to bring you back to the opt-in page. Now what you're going to do is you're going to click on settings, and again this is going to be a little bit different for each depending the website creation platform that you use. But then you click on integrations, and so as you can see over here it says autoresponder not connected. Well, if you click over here under where it says integration, now you can see this is no HTML form. That's something that they have by default. That's not what we're looking at. This TLW Marketing Agency Drip, so we're going to click on that, and then it's going to tell us to select an autorespond, an action to do. We want to add them to the list, and then we're going to have to select the list that we want to add them to, but we haven't, so it'll be right here, True Love Works Marketing Agency. Now as you can see it says connected, and so now this opt-in page is connected to the autoresponder. So then the list to add is going to be the name of the campaign that you created in Drip, which was True Love Works Marketing Agency in this example. Boom, and now we're connected, and now we click save. And so now you have that part, you have your opt-in page connected to your autoresponder. Now there are some additional settings that you want to set up, and I'm not going to go more too deep into them, but once you go back to your in Drip, you want to go back to the campaign that we were working on. And once that loads up, you're going to see over here that says something that says settings, and something that says emails, and something that says opt-in forms and subscribers. Each of these tabs is important. You want to go in and click on the settings. Just real quick, I'm going to show you guys. What you want to do is just edit this information if you want it to be changed. Like for example, the from name, I could change this just to be Mr. Henry Vargas, right? And then the from email is going to be henry@mrhenryvargas.com. And what's really cool is that Drip actually saves everything automatically, so you don't have to worry about losing it. So the from email, henry@mrhenryvargas.com, postal address, and these are some other settings that you can choose to, add or change or leave as they are. It's up to you. So then you want to come into the emails, and we're not going to write the email right now. That's actually pretty much everything that you needed to do to get your autoresponder set up. Of course, next is the writing of the welcome email, but we'll get to that in a second. So now, congratulations, you're rocking and rolling. You've got your domain, you've got your email address, you've got your lead magnet, right? You've got your landing page, and you've got your autoresponder set up and integrated with your page. So now let's go ahead and look into writing the actual welcome email.